he actually pulled my brother up on with us, and he's like, I want you to kind of each share one thing about one another that you really love and admire. The thing about him that I just absolutely loved and appreciate was, you know how a lot of older brothers can like kind of like treat their little brothers like shit, or like little siblings.
Oh, of
You know,
course.
he was never that way. He always brought me into him and his friends, and like that's like I've seen that as like a rare thing. I mean,
Is that because of your parents or because of your guys' relationship?
well, I think a lot of it was because, when we were younger, I mean, from 6 to 10, I lived in South Korea. So I spent, I lived in 3 different cities in South Korea. And so when you're moving around that much as a young kid, you don't really have time to establish a strong friend group. So because of how adaptable we had to be at an early age, we just, became like we were so close because we always had one another as a family, as brothers, wherever we went, and so that made us incredibly close at an early age. So, and just kind of moving back, and my dad always told me about how my dad's has 7 brothers and sisters, and he's not super close with them, but he talks about how his dad, my papa, he did not have a good relationship. He had a bad falling out with his brother, and he said, "Don't ever let that happen." So I always kind of remember that, and that kind of has always sat with me. Just
What
that
is
advice.